Sup Shredders, my name is Logan, aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SP Patrons video today that I make for BranSi ZHANG or Brandon, of a track by an act named F.I.R titled Lydia. And if we switch over to here, we actually have the track on the screen. We're going to watch the video today. We're going to be listening through this track from start to finish as part of the custom monthly music review, and we're going to hear what we think. Let's go. Let's see if this actually plays, because I've left it open for a while. Oh. Is that Italian? Lydia. Excellent work with the synths and the strings and the drum kit. Wow. Because I've just moved house. It feels so weird reviewing stuff like this. It's just been... I haven't even really been reviewing stuff at all. It's... No, I lie. I've been up till... Yeah. I'm getting through the queue. Interesting tone with the vocals and the drums. Hang on a minute, I gotta check something real quick. No, it is. I don't think it's quiet because I've had YouTube open and it's been loud. It's a very quiet version of the song, so I'm kind of concerned that the compression on the actual Photoshop editing might be weird. Great vocal melody here, really catchy hook, and what I'm also enjoying is the syncing of the guitars, along with the tone of the distorted guitars. They're pretty dope. With the strings and just everything is got a great chemistry to it. Great choice. Having a little bit of space here for this really elegant string part. I mean, like, having those kind of like, how do I describe those drums? They kind of like remind me of some stuff like Linkin Park, you know. The filtered drums with this is a nice is a unique combination. It'll be interesting to know what the song is about. She's got an incredible voice, fantastic vocal technique. Oh, key change? Yeah, the mixing is very weird. Again, this isn't the fault of anyone. This is just whoever uploaded the video to YouTube. Whoever uploaded it to YouTube didn't like upload it with the correct volume leveling and stuff like that. But we'll fix it. This will be loud for you. It's just quiet for me. I have tricks in my tools in my arsenal. Great parallel major there in that last part of that line there. Great choice of having a solo here. I mean, it's not like it hasn't been done before. Very respectful to the rest of the members. Damn it, I thought I was going to do 3 of them. I was like, ba 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 ba, but they didn't. I think they tried to get it under 4 minutes, and obviously they succeeded, because this is 3 minutes 55. Interesting combination of, you know, alternative rock with the really popish kind of vocals. I mean, I think the focus is on the vocals more so than the heaviness of the tones. I mean, she's a splendid singer, but also we'll get ourselves a really talented guitarist, for example, as well. I'm trying to hear the piano. I'm assuming there's a guy playing the keys there, right? I'm sure I think the guy playing the keys is maybe playing synth strings or something like that. great. So like, were they like, what kind of drums were they then? Were they like sample drums? Did they have an actual drum kit there? Were they playing an electric kit? I don't know, man. I have questions. You know, you'd expect to see a drummer if you're going to have the rest of the instrumentalists play their instruments, right? It's not a massive issue. You could just have someone like, how do I say this? You could just have someone playing the drums behind the scenes or something like that. I don't know. Maybe they have a session drummer that helps them out for performances. But yeah, we have the lyrics here. It's very big on my screen. It's should be a lot better for you. I know this is going to be readable on a phone because I've got the other screen. OBS is like the size of a phone screen. So you should be able to see the lyrics here. But yeah, Lydia, eyes looking confused. Why do you roam around aimlessly? Thank you to Brandon for the lyrics as well. I really appreciate it. It's good to know what these tracks are about for these reviews, as I do not speak the language natively. So it's about like telling Lydia, this person, to not feel like their world is over because a man may have walked away or something like that, you know? Your life will not be full of sadness. Even if he leaves, he can't take your heaven. I think that's a beautiful sentiment. I think that's something that's really important to remember when you're in a relationship. Just because it's over doesn't mean you're less of a person. It just means that the relationship didn't work out. And it's, as someone who is intimately familiar with that, you know, just do your best. Do your best to take care of self-care, you know. Like, after I do these reviews tonight, I'm probably going to go get a bath bomb. I'm just going to take a big old bath and just chill. But this isn't about my stuff. I'm reviewing a song for I'm doing a review. I'm a professional music reviewer. Even if he leaves, you can still keep your dream. There'll still be a place where your love can take flight. You know, Tears of a Rainbow. I love that. I adore that. I think that's a fantastic track. I'm really glad that I listened to this, because this is the conclusion of my review of this track by F.I.R. titled Lydia. What do I think the song is about? Well, we spoke about it in the lyrics section, but yeah, just to confirm, I believe it is about a woman telling someone, or someone telling Lydia, a woman, to not be completely destroyed by the fact that a person's left, that just because he's left, they can't take your happiness. Now, you'll come back from it. You will rise again like a phoenix. The life isn't over, even if it feels that way. It's about not becoming overwhelmed and having a realistic understanding of what's actually going on. You know, I think that's a beautiful thing to talk about. I think it's really important to remind people of that, obviously in a gentle way. Which, if we speak about the singer in this band, clearly they've got a phenomenal voice. I love the way that they sing. It's so warm and genuine and caring, and so proficient as well. The vocal technique is off the charts, really comfortable within the head and voice, you know, chest and head voice there. A little bit of ornamentation and some melodic runs there, a little bit of legato there, but not enough to take away from the message and the story. I appreciate the fact that we've been considerate of the listener by not trying to sort of do too much, even when we're clearly capable of doing more than may be needed, and great restraint there as well. The motif behind it, especially with those strings there, the guitars, the bass, the drums, and everything, was fascinating to me, because you had this sadness, kind of a minorish motif, but then you had the parallel majors near the end where things were like, oh, actually things seem sad, but actually they will get better. And I think that's the power of parallel major chords within chord progressions, is that they go past expectations and can sort of leave you feeling like you're a little bit, I just realized how much of a ghost I look like this. I'm going to change the color grading tomorrow, because I'm not this pale a lot of the time, although maybe I am, who knows. But yeah, to continue, I really enjoyed hearing you know, the singer sing, and I liked the motif behind it. It supported the story well, and it was clever. The structure of the track was your traditional sort of like verse, chorus structure with like a bridge. Was there a bridge occasionally? There might have been. Definitely a little solo section, an interlude there, and a double chorus at the end. You didn't need more than that. Great use of real estate within a sub 4-minute song. I don't think there's any filler within it. We could have potentially done more from a performance and a compositional perspective. Like, I think we could have done more with like the guitar parts, but I think we were trying to keep it more of a single, more vocal oriented, and that's fine. We had some interesting drum fills that I didn't really talk about there, and some little plucked string parts in like the part after the first chorus, like a little transfer section where those instrumental they sort of showed off their skills there on whether it was synth strings or actual strings. I don't mind either way. It sounded dope. I just like the fact that even if it was vocal oriented, we didn't have vocals all the time. We allowed the accompaniment, the background, to come in and sort of have center stage, and I think that's beautiful. You know, really considerate and caring. What else? You know, what else do we have? I think that you know, again, the bass, the drums were sensational. I'm not sure if they were sampled or played. Either way, it's fine. There might have just been a mixture of like sample drums and like the actual drum kit and the actual choruses and stuff like that. Again, I don't mind. It could be nice to have the different variants there. I think as well, when I listen through the track, yeah, it's just, there's a nice chemistry between the different band members, and I think we took away and added instruments when we needed to in order to keep it compelling. There was stuff that I could hear from like other singles within this genre that weren't necessarily groundbreaking or like totally original, but I don't think it was a detriment to the experience. Finally, the recording, mixing, and mastering was sensational. I enjoyed listening to it. Again, the comments I had about the song being quiet were the YouTube upload and not the original. I can tell this was properly mastered. The actual recording quality of the vocals was sensational alongside everything else. The leveling of the instruments was good. I enjoyed it. Some parts of the guitar sound kind of quiet, but again, I'm wondering if that's just the treatment of the audio through the various sort of like conversions and re-uploads that it's gone through to get onto this. Or maybe that is the original. I think it looks legit. Yeah, it says timeless music, so maybe they had like the TV version or something like that. I'm not sure. But either way, it's fine. It's okay. You know, when I listened through this, you know, the way things were panned and sort of EQ'd and low effects chains, there's not a lot of effects modulation going on with the vocals or anything like that. Again, the vocals are raw and articulate, and they were just exactly where they needed to be. It's testament to the way that it was recorded, mixed, and mastered, that even when it was quiet like that, it still sounded full sounding. I enjoyed the, you know, limiting compression, as I said, was fine. I can imagine it would have been fine. Everything sounded nicely glued, and there were no other sort of imperfection or minor little nitpicks I have. I'm just really happy with it, because effectively this is my review of F.I.R's Lydia. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please do go show them some love via their various social medias, and I'm sure they're on YouTube and stuff. And stay cool, stay safe. Please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they either help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world, and I will catch you in the next SP Patrons video. Spiderhands out.